this next post, okay? Like what's up, Mitch? I told you guys we have 2 posts for you. So this next post is called, "Is my relationship wrong?" Do you want to read this one or you want?
I, 16, female, work at a bookstore and I started working there a few months ago. When I first started, I was absolutely paralyzed with anxiety since I just not used to being around so many people. I understand that. My friend, 22 male, let's call him Dan, helped me get used to my new surroundings. He introduced me to my coworkers and eased my worries. I look up to him a lot. I find him sweet and he's a very interesting guy. We share a lot of the same interests. We hang out like any friends do, and I've never felt uncomfortable or anything. But another coworker found out about how close we are and she seemed appalled. The news spread and everyone looks at us weird now. I still hang out with him and he still makes me feel safe and taken care of. I just don't understand the stigma. He's never done anything wrong, and it saddens me that people want to keep us apart. I just want my friend back.
You know the first thing I thought about with this post?
What?
You know when people say like, working at Taco Bell, working at Walmart, would have my best friend 60 and I'm like 20, and I'd be like, dang, where's Susan at today? Where's Dave? When you work at certain places where it can have like a diverse age demographics, like when we talk about demographics like age and race and stuff, especially where right now we're talking about age only, you can become best friend with someone that's like years older than you.
Right.
And I think what's really wrong about the friendship with this one is, well, their situation is, okay, like she's 16, he's 22.
Yeah.
And she's a 16 female, he's a 22 male. So people are looking at him weird and looking at her weird because she's a minor.
Right, she a minor and like, yeah, why are you friends with her? And
why are you friends with a minor?
It's more than that. They like, oh yeah, he's just trying to get in you, he's trying to get in your panties, you know what I'm saying? Like, but literally, comes to that the whole minor and adult thing, people flag that stuff as soon as they see it. Like even before things like pop off, like, you know, he started making advances towards us like that, but he's never made no advances. He's always been like a close friend, you know what I'm saying? Like that's all he's been basically been doing. He's been in the friend zone for real. And the thing is, he's not even trying to get out the friend zone. I can see if he was throwing his stuff at her, or she was like, you know, vice versa, she was throwing his stuff at him. But people assume that just because you laughing and hanging out with somebody, like, oh yeah, they together. Oh yeah, they gotta be doing something, you know, behind closed doors. And it's really, truth be told, not even like that. Sometimes it is, but most times you can't really assume and say like that's what's happening, you know?
Right.
I'm gonna put that on them, but clearly she want her friend back. If they had a good friendship, they should not really worry about what other people say for real.
Now, we're parents, okay guys? We're parents. Our children are 9, 6, and 9 months. And in one of my videos, I have my oldest daughter. That's our daughter. If I'm looking at it from a parent's perspective, hell no, you're not about to be friends with no 22-year-old man.
I understand.
Like, come on now. My whole thing is this: he's a 22-year-old male, and he is friends with our 16-year-old daughter. Why? Why you want to be friends with her?
One of those types then.
I'm saying it from a parent perspective. Melvin, if you was talking to Melody and Harmony right now, would you be okay with a 22-year-old male friends with our 16-year-old daughter?
I really don't put age blockers on things. Except for like
you cannot be serious, babe.
No, except for when it comes to like it has to be like a huge age gap. Like if I can see like somebody like 30 or something like that trying to 16-year-old.
But he's still a 22-year-old adult.
22-year-old, they what, 6 years apart?
Yes, that's a big difference.
6 years apart, right?
And she is 16.
Yeah, she's 2 years from, you know, adulthood.
And really, to be honest, you could be 2 years from 18, but guess what, babe? That don't mean that you're experienced enough to, like, you know, be an adult. You're like, you just not coming out of high school, now they're throwing you into the lion's den.
Yeah, and the thing is, you can say that 22-year-old, how experienced is he?
More experienced than a 16-year-old.
What, you got 6 years on her?
I just don't think that the relationship...
It ain't really that much of a difference. She's going towards, like, you know, that high school, college, whatever. Like, let's say he can be in college, whatever. They're still kind of in the same thing.
I don't see it.
It's 6 years apart.
Yeah, but I don't see them being in the same bracket because he's 22, she's 16.
Okay, they're not in the huge, like hugely like the same bracket for real. But what I'm trying to say is like, let's say something comes out during that time, right? There's a popping artist. They'll both know that popping artist. They come
I get what you're saying.
Era of
time.
Like it's not like somebody else like, oh yeah, I remember this when this happened.
Back in my day.
Back in the day when you was 6 and you was old girl was in diapers. Like, what was you doing with at 6?
Now I get what you're saying. Maybe they got a common interest. He helped her with her anxiety. He helped her to a new surroundings, like made her feel comfortable inside of the workplace. And
that's what you're supposed to do as co-workers. You make with someone you work with people, you make them feel comfortable to work there. You don't supposed to be like running people away for real.
That's true, but like from a parent perspective, my daughter wouldn't be friends with someone that's 22 and she's 16.
Okay, I understand.
I would never allow that.
And why would you?
I wouldn't allow that because this is a full adult being friends with a minor, and there's nothing I could see that would like.
So even if there was no agenda, you still wouldn't want that?
I really would just feel so uncomfortable with that because what do you have in common with my 16-year-old girl? She's in high school.
They work at the same place.
Okay, yes, the bookstore is something they have in common, and you can
have the same interest in books.
That's true. I'm about to say an intellectual connection.
What'd I say?
I'm about to say that.
I look up to him a lot. I find him sweet, and he's a very interesting guy. We share a lot of the same interests, so that debunks what you just said.
Yeah.
So her being 16 and him being 22, age don't even matter.
That's true because they do have common interests.
They have common interests.
This is hard. This is really a hard one because how I feel as a parent and then how I feel as a co-worker, like I mentioned before, like you could be friends with someone in their 80s and you're 30 and something because in certain settings as a co-worker, like you just bond like that.
Bond like that.
You really do.
That's the thing.
Then, but as a parent,
build friends based on having common interests.
You do.
So
you do.
Does age have to matter on the whole common interest thing? If we have the same interest in like anime, right?
Yes.
Let's say like, oh yeah, you like Yu Yu Hakusho, I like Yu Yu Hakusho, but I'm 50, you 25.
Yeah. Yeah. Damn.
At the end of the day, we both like Yu Yu Hakusho, so you talking, we have a good conversation, we laugh.
Okay.
Other people looking at that. What's this old man trying to get on her for? Oh, he just wants some young stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay, in a way, once you said it like that, it kind of makes you wonder why society always flag a big thing.
They flag most of the things because I see like they really try to avoid the whole. Like I understand there's a lot of pedophilia out here.
Yeah,
like, they try to
part of it.
Guard against grooming. People trying to groom people and everything.
Just take advantage of people that's so inexperienced.
So
I talked about age gap dating in my last video.
Right. I understand that part. But everybody's not trying to do that.
That's okay. You're giving them the benefit of the doubt.
I'm trying to give it the benefit of the doubt for real. Like, ain't it innocent until proven guilty?
That's true.
Because the thing is, truth be told, it seems like people trying to do guilty until proven innocent. So it's something like, hey, you done it. Like, you're a pedophile. Like,
you're
nasty. You know what I'm saying? I haven't done anything.
Okay, I get it. And then, like you said, like to her, she said she looks up to him. So maybe she sees him as a brother, like maybe a brotherly figure.
She sees him as a close friend who made her feel comfortable to work at a place where she did not feel comfortable at.
Now I'm trying to figure out why the other coworkers didn't take initiative to make her feel comfortable.
I still hang out with him, and he still makes me feel safe and taken care of. So he looks out for her.
So it's like he's a sweet guy.
Yeah, so
I think the only thing that's really hard about this post is the age. But other than that, if they were both 22 and 22 or 20 and 22, it really wouldn't be a problem.
With it.
But like I said, he was the only one that took the initiative to make her feel comfortable. But the other co-workers were side-eyeing the relationship. How come no one else took the initiative to make her feel comfortable? But then as soon as someone else do, you side-eye the relationship.
Yeah, because they think that he wants something from her.
Yeah. Oh, you taking advantage of this poor new girl,
Yeah. It's a shame how things turn out like that.
It is. It really is. Because, like, I'm conflicted. Like, you took a stand.
I'll take a stand on that.
I'm definitely guys, I'm definitely conflicted on this because, like I said, as a mom, I would not want my 16-year-old daughter with like a 22-year-old male who's a friend. I would definitely side-eye this. I wouldn't be comfortable with it. And I understand where Melvin's coming from.
I feel like this. If it was my daughter, right, I'll get to know the guy. See, basically, like, have a talk with him, see where his head is at for real. Because things like, what made y'all, you know, become friends? You know what I'm saying? Like what interests do y'all share? You know what I'm saying? If I could see that interest right off the bat, like right now my daughter likes Demon Slayer. She like watching like different anime, like car captains and stuff like that, right? Mm-hmm. If they was to have a conversation and he you know, he bring up cloud cars, oh that bit, I like this one, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I like this episode, and they just having a good conversation back and forth about that, I don't see nothing wrong with that. Okay. But if I see something like, you know, you can see like the flags, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. When it comes to a guy, you know when a guy is basically interested in your daughter. You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay.
And I mean like on another level.
I think like, that's a like mature approach to take, because for one, you're looking out for your daughter. So, cause I feel like in a way we have to kind of parent different, y'all. We gotta learn how to parent different. We gotta come up with different things, different strategies. So like your approach would be like, I don't want my minor daughter having friends with 22-year-old male, but instead of telling her no, let me show her that, hey, I'm going to take this approach to get to know your friend, see what's going on before I instantly say no, so then my 16-year-old daughter won't be like, I hit you, Dad.
Nah, another thing we gotta
so crazy.
So this is probably what I can see why people do this. Not only is it you know, the whole guy thing where the guy like he maybe could take advantage of it, right?
Right.
But you also have to be careful with the daughter falling in love with the guy.
Ah.
So it could really backfire. The closer she gets with this guy, the more she's like, hey, I'm comfortable with him. I like him. I think I love him, Dad. What? Wait a minute. Hold on now. You don't confuse you having a good time with somebody, you know, for love.
And listen to all the signs. He takes care of me. He makes me feel safe. We have a lot of interests, right? He was nice to me. You know, he helped me around the job. When we're looking for a partner, right, guys? When you're looking for a partner, these are all the things that we look for
in a partner. Yes.
In a partner, yes. You know, and so in a way, in a way, I can see this snowballing into maybe a possible relationship when she do hit 18. What if he's just buying his time? Because she could be beautiful.
You can put it back on him again.
Oh, I did. You see how quick it's so easy to do that?
Right back on him, dog.
But think about it like this. What if they're building that relationship?
Yeah, but I think let's say they're building their relationship, right? Mm-hmm. I think as the guy, as the older person in the relationship, he should put his foot down and basically say like, hey, we friends. I don't want to ruin our friendship by making this something different than what it is. So, let's say she come to him and says, oh, I have feelings for you. You know, that is great. I understand that, but if you continue to have feelings for me, this friendship is not really gonna work out for real. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have to call it quits. Like I'm willing to be friends with you, but I'm not willing to take it to no other levels. You know, the next step we can stop right here. And this is really what makes it hard for us, like being friends with females for real. You know what I'm saying? Like the people of the opposite sex, they kind of like eventually you start looking at them that type of way for real. And it's not saying like it happens all the time. But I can say most of the time it does. And you can't say like any relationship, oh, I never looked at her like that. There's always been a thought in your head like, hey, what if?
Okay, so
it's you just don't have to act on it.
These comments, someone said, girl, those comments are kind of a mess. Just keep being friends with him the exact same way you were up until now. As a young woman in this world, since men in their 20s going for teenagers is a common thing, I'll just advise you to keep that in a tiny corner of your mind, which means be open about this relationship and what happens within it. With
like your parents.
Oh, like, okay. Like your parents and other people around you, keep them informed in the know.
So basically let them know everything.
They'll be there to protect you if they spot something you didn't because of your young age.
And because of your position.
And because of your position. Kind of like what you said.
Yes.
And also it means do not dismiss signs if a sign that something's wrong ever shows up. Do not convince yourself you are overthinking it and being dramatic if the situation arises. As someone else said, trust your gut. It usually knows. If it feels healthy and doesn't cross the friendship boundary, don't worry about it too much. Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
That's exactly what
that's a great approach, like you said.
Your family and friends should be around to basically like just watch how that relationship goes, right? Mm-hmm. You know, if they spot anything, okay, cool. But don't just flag him automatically. Just go, yeah, he's 22.
Okay,
when it comes to people personality, age is just a number. Not all 22-year-olds act like other 22-year-olds. You know what I'm saying? Like, not all 22-year-olds act like 50-year-olds. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's true.
You really just putting the number right there. Like right now, you remember old girl? that has like a younger face, but she's really like an older woman.
Yeah. Oh, that show for TLC. Yeah.
Yeah, the girl has like a 12-year-old or 15-year-old.
But that's kind of a disorder that she has.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? It's
very rare.
Yeah, but looking at her, you basically assume her age, right? And be like, okay, she should be like this.
Yeah, I understand. But you guys, we are going to wrap this up. Comment down below, what did you think about the first 2 posts? And we would love to hear and read your thoughts. Once again, can't you tell? I'm MellyMel.
Yeah, it's me, Jessie Lee.
Bye.
Y'all be smooth, man.